Hi guys, Korean movie recapped here. Before we start, warning. Spoilers ahead. Today, I'm going to recap a 2019 Korean horror mystery movie, called Warning, Do Not Play. This movie tells the story of a director who tries to make a horror movie, out of her best friend's misfortune. So, what happened to her best friend? Is the film a success? Let's find it out. The movie starts with Mi-young, who is sleeping while watching in the theater. When she wakes up, the movie has finished and the theater is empty. She is confused and tries to leave. However, the exit door has been locked by the guards. Suddenly, there is a strange noise similar to wet muddy feet walking. She looks for the source of the noise and finds a woman standing in the hallway. She curiously takes a photo of the woman to look at her face. When she looks at the photo, she is surprised that the woman is a ghost. She runs to the parking lot to run away. While trying to turn on her car, the lights in the lot go out. Out of nowhere, the ghost confronts and scares her. Turns out, all of that was a nightmare and she wakes up. Inspired by the nightmare, Mi-young tries to make a script out of it. She is a horror film director. In the past weeks, she has been chased by her submission deadline. In the office, her boss urges her to make a horror film with a theater as a background. She begs for another 2 weeks to meet the deadline. Her boss accepts her plea because she has won the Best Film Award in Korea. In a convenience store, Mi-young meets her best friend, Kim, to talk about her deadline. She asks Kim to look for content to save her career. Kim tells her about a horror film. It is said that the film was recorded by a ghost. Kim also explains that half of the audience left, and some died due to heart attacks. However, when asked about the film creator, Kim cannot answer her. But Kim knows that the film was used as a university graduation project by the creator. The next day, Mi-young visits the university to find out more about the film and its creator. She asks a professor who's worked there for 10 years. She directly asks about the rumored ghost shot film. However, since she doesn't know the details of the film and the creator, the professor cannot help her. Mi-young tries to look for the film in the university's library too, but with no result. When the night comes, Mi-young visits a local restaurant to eat. There, she sees a group of students from the film university. Without hesitation, she asks them about the rumored film. She challenged them to tell the scariest story of their university. The first guy says that there is an abandoned theater near their university. It is rumored that an actress named Sun-mi was burned to death there, leaving the theater haunted by the ghost. The second guy continues the story. He says that there was a film made for graduation 10 years ago. During the screening, most of the audience passed out and some died due to heart attacks. To add to the tension, the director claimed that the film isn't theirs, but is made by a ghost. The third guy adds that the film was accepted to the Busan Fantastic Film Festival, and is titled Warning. The next day, she meets a friend who works for the Busan Fantastic Film Festival, to look for the rumored film's footage. It is found that the film was selected, but the screening was cancelled. The footage is encrypted and put in the archive. Her friend tries to ask his senior for approval to help Mi-young. While her friend is on the phone, Mi-young tries to look at the footage. She finds the password stuck on the desk wall. Successfully unlocks the encryption, she copies the film to her phone and leaves. Then, she arrives in her apartment and hurriedly plays the film. In the film, 3 characters enter the abandoned theater, and 2 of them are being killed by the ghost. Still feeling uninspired, Mi-young finds the director's contact in the file. She tries to call the director but fails, so she sends an email to the director. The next day, she visits Kim's workplace while waiting for the director's reply. Suddenly, a call from the director comes in. The director asks her to delete the email, but she will only delete it after meeting the director. After ending the call, she hastily leaves for the place of the meeting. An unorganized man shows up that claims to be the director. With shaky hands, he lit his cigarette. He has some scars on his neck, similar to attempted suicide. The director directly demands Mi-young to delete her email. After deleting the post, the director warns Mi-young to not search about Warning any further and leaves. Unsatisfied with the result, Mi-young follows the director to his house. In the seemingly abandoned house, a lot of candles are lit with crosses hanging on the ceiling. A lot of scary drawings are also attached to the wall. She finds a chained cupboard and tries to open it. Luckily, it isn't locked and the film's tape is in it. While trying to find clues, the director comes home so she hides under the bed. The director is driven mad by the ghost. Mi-young tries to leave the house but the director captures her. He tries to destroy the tape so that no more people can be hurt by the film. Still curious about the tape, Mi-young grabs it and leaves. In the apartment, Kim has successfully opened the content of the tape. The tape contains documentation of the filmmaking. Successfully helped Mi-young, Kim leaves the apartment. Mi-young fell asleep while watching the film. When she wakes up, she hears someone knock on her bathroom door. When she enters the bathroom, the light turns on its own. Finding that the bathroom is empty, she closes the door and the ghost shows up. Later, Mi-young tries to make a script but suddenly the lights go out. Her bathroom door opens and she finds a knife on the tub. She hears a sound in her living room and when she looks back, the knife has disappeared. Afraid of what's happening, she tries to leave but the door is locked. She hears a sound again in her room and finds the ghost there. She takes a photo with the flashlight on, and the ghost leaves due to the flashlight. In the next clip, 3 persons and 1 cameraman enter the abandoned theater to shoot the ghost. The cameraman finds a shadow on the wall and talks to himself. He says that he wants to make the world's scariest film and run away. Turns out, the cameraman is actually the director. Mi-young replays the clip and finds that there is a photo of a girl similar to the ghost that has haunted her and the director. Mi-young immediately goes to the theater to check out her findings. Kim comes to the apartment and watches the clip too. In the clip, the 3 persons that accompany the director are setting up the lighting. Suddenly, the lighting dims and the director is hiding at the corner of the room. He hides there as if he knows about the next incident. One of them screams and disappears with a blood trail on the floor. Meanwhile, Mi-young enters the theater and the ghost gives her a vision about what happened. Firstly, Mi-young sees that the director hastily runs out of the building after seeing the crew kidnapped by the ghost. She follows a blood trail that leads to a basement. There, she finds the crew banging his head to a wall while begging for help. After killing him, the ghost also kills his friend by forcing a bat down his throat. Surprised by the events, Mi-young runs to the upper level to find another vision. A girl is watching how Sunmi, the ghost, died. Sunmi was filming for a clip with a rope around her neck. However, an accident occurred and she was left hanging in the burning building to die. Then, the ghost suffocates the girl to death. While exiting the theater, Mi-young passed by the director. The director thinks that Mi-young is the ghost manifestation. So he grabs her and drags her to the basement. In the basement, the director admits that he knew all along about the killings. Even though he knew that they would be killed, the director didn't do anything to help them. The director still retrieved the tape and made a name for himself out of their death. Even in the screening theater, he was the only one left in the room, watching with a big smile. Due to the guilt, the director tries to burn himself and Mi-young to death. But his attempt is thwarted by the ghost. The ghost strangles the director to death. Mi-young frees herself out of the bondage, and once more records the incident for her upcoming film. Then, she tries to leave the building. But when she opens the door, she is transported back into the theater. The ghost drags her back into the inner room and confronts her. After escaping, she tries to exit the building once more but is teleported back in again. The ghost haunts her and she tries to defend herself with a knife she finds on the theater floor. Suddenly, a wire appears and strangles Mi-young. Knowing that flashlight is the ghost's weakness, she takes a selfie and releases herself. She is attacked by the ghost once more. She grabs a beacon and lights it to burn the ghost. While the ghost is burned to death, Mi-young once more grabs her phone to record the incident. A few days have passed. Mi-young is seen working on her film in her apartment. The room is full of candles and crosses hanging on the ceiling. Her boss calls her and says that the script gets approval to be produced. Mi-young becomes a popular director due to her new film, Warning. The film tells about the incidents that she has experienced so far, starting from her dream to the ghost in the theater. It is also revealed that Kim actually died when trying to save Mi-young. Kim hurriedly went to the haunted theater after watching the clip but was trapped in the burning building. At the end of the movie, Mi-young smiles because of her successful film, regardless of her best friend's death. Subscribe to watch more videos like this, turn on notifications, and leave a like and comment to help the channel out. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.